The member for Lambton-Kent-Middlesex.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and I'm very pleased today to speak to the Estate Administration Tax Abolition Act. I'm very proud of our PC leader for bringing forward this bill so we can give families, farmers and small businesses some tax relief in the province of Ontario. Mr. Speaker, the death tax is a cruel tax inflicted on families at a terrible time, and frankly, the people of Ontario absolutely despise this tax. I know that's a message that our leader heard clearly as soon as he got here, and I congratulate him on bringing forward this decisive bill to finally deal with this issue. Mr. Speaker, as this legislature knows, it's an issue I've been speaking about now for a while. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank everyone who signed petitions and came forward with stories of how the death tax in Ontario affected them. And also a thank you to Barry Corbin, who's been working very hard on this issue to bring to light how unfair and punishing this tax actually is. The fact is this, Mr. Speaker, taxes in Ontario are too high. This government isn't spending the people's money well, but they think that if they can just get their hands on more of it, then their problems will simply go away. So they bring in new taxes and fees or create new expensive audit and verification bureaucracies to make sure every penny of tax is collected. But the truth is this strategy is only making things worse in Ontario. Mr. Speaker, when taxes are lower, economic growth follows. History has shown us that tax cuts create jobs. Letting people keep more of their own money gives them more choice. It opens up new possibilities. It allows them to invest in their education, start a small business, buy a home, or give their children better opportunities. This money flows back into the economy and lifts other people higher up the economic ladder. Lowering taxes also keeps governments accountable by compelling them to spend smarter and actually set priorities. And that's exactly what we need in the province of Ontario. The death tax is a perfect example of overtaxing. It's a tax on assets that the government has already collected a lifetime of taxes on. And right now, Ontario takes a bigger cut of its people's estates than any other province in Canada. And because of changes made by this Liberal government, grieving families trying to settle the affairs of their loved ones have new, harsh deadlines and the threat of jail time and steep fines hanging over their heads. This crackdown is extremely onerous for grieving families, and it's the wrong direction to be heading in. Mr. Speaker, this is a deeply unfair tax. The Liberals like to pretend that getting rid of the death tax only helps the rich, but the truth is just the opposite. This is a tax that applies to anyone who has assets worth over $1,000, and the wealthy who can afford good legal advice are easily able to avoid this tax. So this economic and emotional burden falls disproportionately on the shoulders of the middle and lower income classes. And it amounts to a tax and a lifetime of hard work and sacrifice. It punishes people who have worked hard their entire lives to build something from the ground up, whether it's a home, a small business, or the family farm. Mr. Speaker, a person's assets should be kept in the family for their children and their spouse, or for charitable causes that they hold dear. They should not be taxed and then retaxed by a government that, quite frankly, Mr. Speaker, squanders its revenues. Mr. Speaker, I hope everyone in the legislature today will join our PC caucus in supporting our leader's bill to support this important piece of legislation and end estate taxes in the province of Ontario once and for all. Thank you.